Hello, welcome. Hope the night finds everyone well. Give me a sec as I finish getting these things together. Yep, I sat down and reset up Restream basically as if I was going to be using it. Obviously, I'm not. I'm still on Caster Labs because they have had far fewer issues. Good sound? Yep. Caster Labs has had almost no issues. Most of the issues have been like some other thing interfering with it. So, yay! So I am still using them for the actual streaming. I'm just using Restream for the chat. Bounce. Give me a sec. I am almost done setting up. The new setup is generally faster, but I have to remember to do things and not have stuff get in my way in the last second. Now, let's see. That should be just about right. So tonight we're back to Casual Friday. I know I wanted to get to the trading part of Rogue Trader, but I also don't want to let games hang out for too long. So this weekend will probably be just a normal bog standard weekend. Well, as normal as things get around here. Alright, let's see. What am I missing? What am I forgetting? I don't know why Warudo's now making me calibrate every time without fail. It just kind of is. Okie dokie, what am I missing? Okay, I think that's all that. Let's see. Alright, I think we're set. So before we get started, I'm going to have a couple things to go over, and then we have a reaction to Brandon Herrera again, followed by Stardew Valley and Palworld. I'm just going to quickly throw Brandon's video up for everyone. But I also have a couple things I want to address real quick. I debated touching on something political, but I'm just not going to get into it. The main things I'm going to talk about are much more relevant to us VTubers. So, and one of them is why I am really just saying screw it. So the first thing is, obviously, I am just deciding, all right, here, we're going to start this way. So you get the first bit for free. Thank you. I'm sure that's what you're actually looking at. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Twitch again, which is continuing to prove me right. And yeah, because a VTuber, Mother V3, who I know of but do not watch a lot myself, dealt with a December ban, in spite doing nothing wrong, and not even being a particularly risque VTuber. And it took getting to threatening legal action over what Twitch was doing in order to actually get them to unban her. They would not respond at all to any requests just for information on why she was banned, or sending in proof that she didn't do what they were saying she did. And immediately after releasing the ban on Mother V3, they banned Cottontail VA. So, yeah, and I got some pushback over my calling out of Dan Clancy's BS and trying to fake being friends with VTubers. I got pushback from quite a few places. There were a lot of people who were unhappy about me antagonizing uh, Twitch, especially since I'm a small VTuber, and it's like, what right do you have to get involved? So on and so forth. And, well, it's like, Twitch has not changed, obviously. Twitch is still doing their thing and attacking VTubers because they can. And so I just am sort of doing a little bit of a see, I told you so, as well as just kind of letting you guys know to keep an eye out. I'm sure I've missed a lot, but these are two higher profile things that happened. Both of them are, they're not like Shy Lily or Iron Mouse huge, but they're still very large in the VTubing community. So, for people who aren't paying attention, yeah, Twitch hasn't changed at all. So I felt that was something that should have more attention on it. Obviously, I'm very, very small and cannot say, do not have too much push, but a lot of people that know me apparently have decided I'm better than Google, so I end up being the source of information. So here we are. The other thing I want to bring up is something that affects VTubers in a different way, which is MasterCard and Visa's campaign against anything anime or manga, which most VTubers, are part of. How they have been campaigning about that, about anime and manga being evil, and yet, as it turns out, they have done nothing about underage content on OnlyFans. So that is me just taking pot shots at everyone. That is me just saying, all right, we're gonna antagonize all the big boys. I will reset up my alternative means of connection. Not that it gets used much, but yeah, I figure I'll put it out there. So yeah, that's fun news. And the third bit of thing, which is irrelevant to the VTuber community from either of those aspects, but is relevant from the tech side, and a lot of VTubers seem to use the technology, is something going on in 3D printers. I actually meant to bring this up on Sunday and forgot. Do not buy a Bamboo 3D printer. Bamboo has been a very big name in the 3D printing industry for their massive campaign to get relatively inexpensive printers into people's hands. Well, we're now seeing the second stage of that campaign, and it is not good at all. Bamboo is forcing an update. They will actually lock your printer until you install the update. That will then require them to authenticate every 3D print job. It will have to be connected to their servers or it won't work. And this is having a couple of effects, and I don't think people realize, a lot of people seem to realize one direction this is going, but they don't realize all the directions that are going. And I probably don't have them all either, but these are the ones that I have observed with what Bamboo is doing. The first one is they're going to be switching to a subscription system, much like HP does, where HP printers will not print unless you have purchased their ink, or some of them, unless you're paying your subscription regularly in order to print paper. Bamboo is planning to do that. They're planning to gatekeep different functions of their 3D printers to where you must pay your regular subscription for it. They are all, however, two big ones that are sort of in the same function but affect two different areas are also going to be, since they have to authenticate every print job, they want to be able to control what you can 3D print. And this is a big deal in Three areas that come to mind for the first reason are New York, Germany, and Myanmar, where they want to be able to completely lock down any ability to do 3D printed, well, what Brandon Herrera does behind me. Myanmar is particularly relevant because rebels are needing to use these 3D printed things in order to be able to fight against a military dictatorship that has taken over their country. They do not have access to any kind of regular, well, I'm just going to say it, any kind of regular weaponry. So they are relying very, very heavily on 3D printed models in order to be able to defend themselves and try to knock over a dictatorship. So that's, they're probably not happy about what Bamboo's doing to them. So that's a big thing. And something, and I know there's a lot of people that will politically say, well, that are on the political side of saying that, well, you shouldn't be able to use 3D printers for that anyways, which I'm not going to get into. I think anything that dictators fear is a good thing, but that's just me. But this is still going to affect you because if you do any 3D printing, because regardless of that application, it will also allow a company to say other stuff that you may decide I need to print a part or a whole device or something that you otherwise would need to go out and spend potentially a lot of money for. Now now Bamboo will have the ability to say, "Oh, this company has asked us not to let people 3D print this stuff so that they have to buy it from us. So we're going to deny the print job." An easy example, which is not an essential one, but it's one that has been going on for a long time, is Games Workshop and their war against 3D printing their models because they want to be able to charge you $100 for 4 little plastic guys that you still have to build and paint yourself. And so Games Workshop has been a major leader in the anti-3D printing movement from the perspective of that. However, automotive manufacturers, tech and computer companies, John Deere famously, who is now finally getting their butts handed to them by an angry judge, have also been major advocates for locking down 3D printers. Several appliance manufacturers have been very anti-3D printer. Several medical companies have been extremely anti-3D printer. Regardless of you think of the other events around 2020, whatever political side you're on, 3D printers were a major piece of the response to what happened with the pandemic. Medical, and they legitimately did save lives. And medical companies are now saying, how dare you? We want our money. How dare you print alternatives to our $5,000 devices or $10,000 or more? You're using a food printer. You need to buy an additional license for that. Third party. Yeah, probably. I don't know that Bamboo does any food printing, but I'm sure that they would be happy to do so if they did. And the list just goes on and on and on to where it'll basically be you can't even design, well, it won't basically be, it will be, you cannot design stuff yourself and print it. Because not only have they wiped the designs off the internet, now the 3D printer will look at the design, see what it's for, and still reject it. Because someone somewhere paid Bamboo to lock it out of the system. And so that is going to affect pretty much everyone who 3D prints ever, period. The only exception is going to be major companies that can afford to pay Bamboo to let them print things, and anyone who doesn't have a Bamboo printer. I do not own any Bamboo printers. I have a Creality Ender. I have a MakerBot not MakerBot, Maker Select V2, which is a clone of the Wanhao duplicator. Yes, the ones that exploded into fireballs. And I have a Mega S by Anycubic. To my knowledge, none of these companies have had this kind of issue. I don't know if that's going to change going forward or if I missed something, but all three printers can operate completely independently. None of them have ever been hooked up to the internet ever. I just use an SD card in order to transfer from my computer to the printer for all three of them. So just as three examples of alternatives that are all very inexpensive. The Mega S was the most expensive thing, and it was still sub $200 for a 3D printer. So that's huge in terms of being able to compete with Bamboo. That there are so many other options that are not going to force you into this upgrade, and they're basically using a combination of scare tactics and gaslighting in an attempt to push this through. The scare tactic is they're claiming that someone's 3D printer was hacked. I have some questions about that, as well as what you're going to do with a hacked 3D printer. A hacked computer certainly is a bad thing, but a hacked 3D printer? I mean, worst case scenario, you give it a hard reset and start from scratch. So I really don't know or understand. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I have more reading to do. And also, they are turning around saying, no, that's not what we're doing. You just don't understand what we wrote. Well, I am one of a chorus of hundreds, if not thousands of people saying, yes, we understand exactly what you wrote, and this is what it is. How not to have a printer hacked, don't put it online? Indeed. Again, none of my printers are online. So that's another big thing, is just buying a 3D printer that doesn't require the internet is a big deal. So yeah, I just wanted to be another voice calling out Bamboo as well. Again, I know I'm a small time streamer. I have a limited reach, but the more people say it, the more chance that someone who needs to hear it is going to hear it. So yeah. But like I said, Bamboo is insisting that people do not understand what the patch notes actually mean. I, as someone who has been 3D printing for years and years and years, who has built and rebuilt 3D printers, who does programming professionally, I am a senior software engineer. I am telling you that this is what it means. If a printer is hacked and it is loaded, the hacker could print something, assuming they know where you live. They could get a free figure while they rob your house. Yeah, maybe. Theoretically, if the printer is on overnight but not printing something, they could tell it to print something. Electronics being hacked is a very scary thing, but there are a limited number of things you can do with a 3D printer to actually cause problems. And I know that the one thing that I can think of is the threat of a fireball, because I mentioned it with the Maker Select V2. Most 3D printers have safety mechanisms that are like hardwired safety mechanisms to trip when that happens. I have added them to mine. So even though mine, and I can't imagine that Bamboo doesn't have those built in, since their whole thing is premium. Is their whole advertising thing is that they provide a premium experience for a budget price. So yeah. I kept going like I had more to say, but that's pretty much it on that side of things. Is just don't buy Bamboos. If you have them, get them offline and see if you can do something about the online connectivity. Their security keys for the new update software have already been leaked. And that's a big thing, is that the Venn diagram for 3D printers and hackers is a circle. So trying to pull this stunt with the 3D printing community was one of the dumbest decisions Bamboo could have made. So that's I'm not going to say where. I'm just going to say that information is already out and available for anyone who has an interest in, who has a Bamboo and has a need to circumvent this particular situation. Because again, there's nothing actually legitimate about this. It is all about control and charging you more money. So, ramble, yada, yada, yada. I don't think I have anything else to add about any of that. Like I said, I'm skipping on the one thing I thought I was going to talk about. I'm just not going to worry about it. So tonight we are going to be doing a reaction, then Stardew Valley, then more Palworld. The reaction is to Brandon Herrera, testing how bulletproof the Cybertruck really is. I don't look. I like Tesla cars. And I almost kind of like the boxy look of the Cybertruck. I understand that the Cybertruck is a flop. And I kind of want to know how we went from the Tesla sedans, which are some of the best sedans in the country, to the Cybertruck. I don't understand how this happened. So I am sure this thing is just gonna fold like it's made out of aluminum foil. But it's Brandon Herrera, so it's going to be a very entertaining fold like aluminum foil. So with that intro, let us get started. I think my volume's adjusted. I apologize if it's not.
Broccoli-headed streamer on the planet now you've seen every broccoli-headed streamer on the planet shoot the Cybertruck to test if it was bulletproof.
If it ricochets, it's not gonna.
If it wasn't meant for us to die, we're not gonna die.
Like 9 times out of 10, they pop it a couple times with a 9mm and then call it a day. I am curious, though, exactly how bulletproof the outside of a Cybertruck is, just in case my bastard neighbors take another attempt on my...
You're kidding me. Alright, this is YouTube because my connection's fine. Too soft? Too soft, okay. Upping the desktop audio. Sedan, designed by professionals. Cybertruck, designed by an online poll of what's cool. Alright, I'm going to refresh.
Now you've seen every broccoli-headed streamer on the planet shoot the Cybertruck to test if it was bulletproof.
If it ricochets, it's not gonna.
If it wasn't meant for us to die, we're not gonna die.
Like 9 times out of 10, they pop it a couple times with a 9mm and then call it a day. I am curious, though, exactly how bulletproof the outside of a Cybertruck is, just in case my bastard neighbors take another attempt on my life. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be taking a variety of different weapons and different calibers and stepping it up to see exactly how much a Cybertruck will stop. So today we're going to get downright scientific and see just how bulletproof the Cybertruck really is. And then might get a little silly with it.
Is that a
Not only
Ralphus
certain
round?
parts of the Cybertruck are actually rated to be bulletproof, so to speak. Those parts include the doors, which is the only part I really give a shit about, to be honest. I mean, if I'm getting shot at, I want me protected, not the people I have tied up in my trunk. This bad boy, not only is it fun to drive, but it's also been a pretty good prop here on the channel. So instead of shooting this one, I'm actually going to be shooting a Cybertruck door that I was able to find. So we're going to be shooting this piece by piece with different calibers to see exactly how much damage it does until we get to something that stops it. Let's be honest, we're not going to stop there. We're just going to keep shooting shit out of it. Starting out, obvious place.
It is the same model, just I have preemptively flicked over some of the redeems because I feel like it. You can also just spend your stored up Botrix points. Well, it's not just because I feel like it. It's because I'm testing a couple things at the same time. But yeah, the Botrix redeems include this stuff already.
22 L calibers to see exactly how much damage it does until we get to something that stops it. Let's be honest, we're not going to stop there. We're just going to keep shooting shit out of it. Starting out, obvious place, 22 LR in the MP7 at home, no less. So load up a couple of these and we're going to see if it stops on the Cybertruck door. Spoiler alert, it should. I mean, it really fucking should. And firing. All right, so got a little bit of a dent. Not really much, to be honest. It looked worse coming up to it, but now, like, when I look over the top of it, it's, yeah, nothing.
It looked worse because it's so darn shiny. The polished metal of the Cybertruck shows everything.
Major, but that was honestly to be expected. So if you're attacked by a squirrel hunter, the Cybertruck has you covered. Moving on up, this next one is for all you Stalker and Tarkov fans. We have a 9x18 Makarov, basically just a spicy 380. This one's actually a Norinco one, so that's kind of cool. I have a huge Makarov collection. I just love these little fucking things for some reason. Probably one of the more complete ones, I'd think, but maybe one day I'll show them off, see if that's something that interests you guys. But for now, I'm gonna shoot a truck door. 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right, so we see a little bit of a deeper impact, a lot of a deeper impact, actually. A little bit of texture on that. It's all right, it's good. It's great flavoring for your food. It's kind of like MSG, really. Next up, BZ61 Scorpion in 30.
I'd just like to say that most of the squirrel hunters that I've seen actually don't use 22 LR anymore. They use pellet guns with exploding pellets because they're all madmen. And some mad woman.
32, really. Next up, BZ61 Scorpion in 32 ACP. Now, just in case you owe money to the Czech mob, which I don't, for the record. Just putting that out there. 3, 2, 1.
It's not right when that fires only one shot.
Saw that, right? All right, Scorpion submachine gun. Did not fare much better than 9x18. In fact, I would actually say that's less of an impression. It's not about the size of the round. It's about the motion in the ocean. In this case, not a lot of motion either, so you're just fucked, I guess. Next up, we can take these off. We're going for subsonic 9mm out of the MP5 SD for drip factor alone. If you played Wet Work on Call of Duty 4, we can be friends. All right.
I think this actually, because of the longer barrel, has more energy than supersonic out of a handgun. Obviously, supersonic out of the MP5 is going to do even more, but I think out of the longer barrel MP5, this actually has more energy than your average 9mm handgun round. I would be a terrible person to test this, though, because I use hot-loaded rounds for, like, everything.
Right. I don't know if it's because I had the ears off, but you could hear that thunk on the door was way more solid. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Still some lead in there too.
That was like an almost movie style bounce. Watch the arc.
Ears off, but you could hear that thunk on the door was way more solid.
You see it go flying?
That one's pretty good. Still some lead in there too. Did not puncture though. So now we move up to supersonic 9mm. Now for supersonic 9mm, we're going to be using my Staccato XC. Fucking love this handgun. Firing.
He's gonna prove me wrong, isn't he?
We're definitely seeing a lot more of an impression there. Look at the difference between
Okay, I am
subsonic
wrong.
and supersonic. That's fucking crazy.
I am wrong.
That is proving something that I've said on the channel quite a lot, and something I think we're going to prove here in a second even more, that what punches through armor, what punches through shit like this, is all about speed. So a big round that's slow and fat is not going to punch armor as well as a small round that's really quick. So you saw the difference from speed there, where this is going to go. To really test this, we've got the 45 ACP, the round so full of stopping power that it single-handedly won 2 world wars. Something about the 45 ACP, though, is that while it is a very heavy projectile, I mean, that is just a chunker of a bullet there, it is also pretty slow. I think most 45 ACP is naturally subsonic. So we're going to see how that fares. I'm going to try to put this right above there. I put that 9mm, and we're going to see how it compares. There you go. So while the 45 ACP that we're using here is about twice the weight of the 9mm that we used, the impression really isn't any deeper. It's a little wider because it's a fatter round, but I don't think it's deeper than the 9mm. But we already kind of knew. I mean, fucking Elon shot this with a 45. A bunch of people have shot it with 9mm, including, by the way, I do want to point out, somebody said that this could withstand AK fire. That was a clip that was going super viral. It's like, oh, bro, the Cybertruck will stop an AK. All right, maybe simmer. That AK in the clip was a fucking 9mm. It's probably some like Palmetto AKV or something like that. Not really the same thing. I'll be dead serious here. I have no idea if the next shit that we're gonna test is going to be stopped or if it's gonna punch right through, but you know what? That's why we do it.
You say with me using this version of the model?
Now we're talking speed. I would be remiss if I did not mention the FN57. This bad boy fires, shocker, 5.7mm by 28. It's basically like a small rifle round. It's like a little shrunk down 5.56. Very fast, and is actually notorious for certain types of ammunition being able to punch through ballistic vests, like 3A armor. Very rare for a pistol to be able to do. But let's see how it fares against the Cybertruck door. Yeah, I forgot the trigger's kind of dog shit too. There we go. You put one a little lower, that's like right on the line. There you go. Oh, it wanted to punch so bad. Right in there. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there is a teeny crack right there in the pocket of that crater. Ooh. Not really any down there though. So that's actually really interesting.
The bend
These
would
are
be
our
weaker.
2.57 shots. That actually, I was kind of 50-50 on whether that was going to punch through, but now I guess we're just going to have to get bigger. This is the Desert Eagle, the Cybertruck's only known natural predator. Aside from the cartel boss drip, this one is actually not chambered in 50 AE, and instead 44 Magnum, as Callahan would say.
The most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off.
Feel free to go ahead and pause and take your bets on this down in the comments, because this one is real, like after 5.7, I don't know what to fucking think anymore. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that looked like it might have done it.
If that's not throw, no, that's throw.
That is actually really cool, because it didn't really even like puncture so much as it just like, it was just the raw energy of the round tore the material itself in 3 different little flaps here. You can kind of see, if you come over here, you can see just like the actual material itself just ripping, especially up from the top. Now on the backside here, yeah, you can see.
Thank you for following. Welcome.
The Projo kept going there and ripped through. This is obviously a lot skinnier here on the backside. This isn't the bulletproof part, and this is fucking cool. It actually carved off the jacket. So that there is the copper part, the jacket of the 44 Magnum. That's super fucking cool. So if you're driving through a bad neighborhood, don't piss off Clint Eastwood, I guess. just for shits and giggles, we actually do have a real 50 AE Desert Eagle, and it is this absolute fucking drip machine. The flashlight here is just really fucking insult to injury. God, this is so actually usable, it's annoying. This one is actually not mine. This is the current Firearms Direct Club giveaway gun, and I can't tell you literally any more than that because YouTube fucking hates that shit. But I can tell you, it's probably gonna go through a Cybertruck door. 3, 2,
I'm gonna
1.
laugh if this is the one that bounces.
Yeah, no fucking problems there. Straight through and through. Basically the same thing the 44 did, but with a much bigger hole, which pretty much could be the slogan of the 50 AE, to be frank. Now, back in the realm of shit I'm not sure.
I was honestly hoping it would bounce because I think it would have been really, really funny. Just more reasons to hate on 50 AE.
About, we have the 12 gauge shotgun. This is the KSG 12. You might recognize it. It's usually on the wall behind me when I film. We are using S&B buckshot. Will this penetrate the Cybertruck door? I'd certainly hope so. Again, really not sure. Birdshot, target load, stuff like that, that shit's gonna glance right off. I don't really think that would be a problem. Buckshot, it very much depends on distance, which is a good thing because I'm actually gonna be backing up a decent bit because, you know, not a big fan of ricochets. Controversial statement. You know, bullets lose the vast majority of their energy when they hit a target straight on, like a solid target or anything. That being said, I've been the recipient of ricochets from shotguns before. Once bitten, twice shy. It's a fool me once kind of thing.
Fool me once.
Well,
Shame
you asked
on,
about it.
Shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Firing. No shit. Peppered it pretty fucking good. But actually, I'm kind of surprised by that. Huh. The pattern was a lot bigger than I would have thought for that distance. Just, I guess, a little bigger. And those did not do nearly as much as I expected. We could actually, well, let's probably shoot this from a little closer, see if it's any different. I'm gonna shoot toward the middle this time.
He's going to immediately
Buckshot, round 2. There you go, much tighter pattern. Damn, Cybertruck, I see you. So if you're in a Cybertruck, I guess you can fuck the farmer's daughter. Probably do that anyway. He probably thinks you're a fat. Now for probably the most common rifle in the United States, the AR-15. This one is a Radiant. I actually like it a lot. Kind of half gamered this one out for some night vision shit. Today we're gonna show how velocity defeats everything. 5.56 travels at roughly 3,000 feet per second, and with a 223 diameter bullet, I don't think that this is actually going to be any sort of a challenge for defeating the Cybertruck. I'm gonna go for the bottom left here in 3, 2, 1. Don't think that one's a problem. I just bent over to explain that we just Swiss cheesed the door with a rifle round, and I did not realize this was a live Coca-Cola. But the spalling from the other side made it not that anymore. So yeah, most of you probably could have seen this coming, but the 5.56 was able to just punch holes in it. It just is traveling so fast and carries so much energy because of that. Even though it's only, what, a 55 grain projectile, it's just the speed is what defeats armor. Which is why the majority of police vests, you know, like soft armor vests, anything like that, great at stopping pistol rounds. But as soon as you get a rifle round into the equation, there's just not a lot you can do about it. But, not what I was looking for. But, it can be really fun.
How do you
And I know exactly the gun to use
those?
for this. This, if you're not familiar, is the AK-50. A 50 BMG, not to be confused with AE, like the Desert Eagle. 50 BMG, big motherfucker, big motherfucking gun, if you will. And I know this is gonna punch through that door, but it's gonna be fun to look at anyway, especially since we are using Mark 211 route.
Rim size, but not the same material or weight. That is a very important distinction. Also, I'm gonna be honest, I was a little worried he was gonna pull out a normal Barrett or something, like I'm glad that he just said, no, I have an AK-50. I'm using the AK-50.
Alphys today. Type of specialty 50 caliber ammo that should give us a nice little pop. Is this a little gratuitous? Yes. Firing in 3, 2, 1. That's fucking stupid.
Some of his Barretts are collector's items, so I don't think he would sell them.
So this is your 50 caliber hole here on the back side of the door.
That is still the least amount of recoil I've seen anyone ever have when firing a 50.
So this is your 50 caliber hole here on the back side of the door. You can see that that one left pretty hot. I'm sure you saw in the video all the sparks and everything coming off the back of that one, but what really you can't see in the video that I find really funny is the big-ass crater it dug to China 3 feet behind it. It's tunneling to China specifically because, much like any other type of military equipment, it is hungry for the Three Gorges Dam. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our bulletproof test for the Cybertruck. A couple of those actually surprised me a little bit, which means today we're doing my favorite kind of science. Redneck science. In the words of Adam Savage, anything science if you write shit down, or in this case, record it. Which means Mia Khalifa has done a lot of science. Anyhow, if there's anything you think that we missed, or if there's anything that surprised you, or you don't think we did right, I'm sure if that last one's true, you have already told me down in the comments.
Holy crap.
If there's anything else you'd like to see coming up, we got some plans, we got some cool content that we got in the works right now. But let me know, because we do take your comments seriously. Well, sometimes. And I love hearing what ideas for content you guys have, or what content you like or don't like seeing. So let me know what you thought of this down below. Don't be a dickhead to service workers, and I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks.
Ooh. That was the way to finish it. That was a way to finish it. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I had no faith in any of that from the in the Cybertruck stopping any of that. I just didn't think it was going to happen at all. So it definitely performed better than I thought it was going to. I don't know if that says more about me or the truck. I will send that video around again. And get Stardew Valley up. Yep, back to the valley. Give me a sec. There we go. I don't have a lot more to add to that one, unfortunately. Just holy crap, shooting the Cybertruck. Holy crap, it took more of a beating than I thought it would. Extra luck today. I definitely did not I definitely don't remember what my plan was. Right, she's gonna give me pots. One moment. Got noise from outside again. Oh, didn't say anything. With good humor, I probably am going to try to get some metal from the mine. Crap, when's the fair? We completed the fair, right? I don't need to keep saving my gold star stuff, do I? $16th default? Okay. Okay, so that's all I have. So I will not be able to 100% it, I think, but I'm gonna get real darn close. The bulletin board's always a problem for me anyways. Maybe I'll be able to get either... Right, I expanded the coop, so I might be able to get ducks or rabbits. Uh, 18 copper, 33 gold. Ooh. 8 iron. So iron is what I need. Or what I need the most of. Got ya. Also, I know I need to catch up on uploading the D&D stuff. But I do have some more D&D things that we can chat today. Also, Blue Kitty has graciously started on one of our in-stream critters. I say graciously. I am absolutely commissioning her for it, so it'll be paid. So soon, y'all will get to see the Tribble critter thing. I think. Yeah, the last work in progress, I was very, I'm looking forward to seeing him finished. I'm gonna say I was very pleased with it, but it's like, that just doesn't quite put it right, I think. Alright, we are going to attempt to see if the store can sell me good stuff. Afterwards, we're doing mine things, I think. I think that's the plan. Need either ducks or rabbits. Please sell buns. Purchase animals? No, it's the ducks. Sure. I'm gonna look up what the rabbits. Deluxe coop. $500 wood and 200 stone. I'm gonna try it. Because I have the money for it. And I have so much wood, it really doesn't matter. What about the barn? Okay, yeah, I need to do 2 upgrades to the barn to get me up to pigs for the truffles. Yeah, there's the bar. I'm not going to be able to do anything with the barn. Wait, when is Robin open? Excellent. She should be open right now. Food. Yeah, let's do the eggplant parmesan. Be good. Quiet, you. Don't you dare leave. Don't you dare leave. Okay. I need to be delivering eggs to him, darn it. Gonna cost a lot of money, but it's worth it. Plus, I've still got a couple more cranberry harvests, including today's, so... money! Wait, no. What was the good layer for iron? Now we're just gonna start at 41 since that's where it starts. I'm supposed to use the master slingshot, but I don't think I'm gonna need it. I'm not too worried about it. I have this sword, which is way more powerful than the last time I was down here. Also a much better pickaxe than the last time I was down here. Iron! And copper. And more iron! Haha! Okay. So while we do this, Dungeons and Dragons things more for the splat. Something I should say going in, the splat will not be for sale, it's just going to be available. I don't want to deal with the issues of making a sellable splat, and I also just don't feel like it's something worth selling. I mean, I'm already putting the sneak peeks up for free anyways. I think the most I will do is, it'll take me a bit to get everything together anyways. So, as it comes together, I will make being able to see the finished, or the in-progress product ahead of time a supporter reward, which I need to do more supporter reward. I need to do any supporter reward stuff anyways. But that will be it. When finished, it will be a free release. So I felt like I should say that because I know there are some people that are selling splats, and some of them are like, some of the splats are like, I get it, I get why you're selling this. This is very much its own self-contained thing, but some of it is, why the heck are you charging money for this at all? Forget the price you're charging. like, Delver's Guide to Beast World is amazing, and I am happy to throw money at that. I will not name any bad ones, though. Of course. I mean, I'm spending money on the art. Spent a lot of money on the art. Holy crap. I am basically digging into my VTuber budget right now because I am not planning to spend money on other VTuber things for a while. Well, there's some things that are... Yeah, stuff that has, like, good art from artists that need to be rewarded for their work, yeah. Which, I mean, like I said, I'm paying artists too. I'm using AI to prototype some of my stuff, but there will not be any AI art in the actual splat. But even then, it just doesn't feel like something I should do. I definitely would have to cut the Necromaton out if I did, for sure. And that's something I don't want to do. Because Artificer is not included in the SRD. Which is the Hasbro, you're allowed to make homebrew ruling. Which it's really dumb, especially since they insist on screwing over artificers. Like, it's such a cool concept, and then it just... it doesn't have great execution. Doesn't have terrible execution. It could definitely be worse. See the new 1 D&D version. But yeah, I would absolutely have to cut some stuff out at minimum if I were to make it a charge for thing. So we'll have to see. But like I said, that is not the current plan. So that's not the main D&D thing that I was actually thinking of talking about, but I felt it was worth addressing. Just to let people know what the thoughts are for this. Doesn't have great execution or support or subclasses or module include. Yeah. Yeah. D&D's idea of having artificers in the game is saying they exist. Wizards are better in every way for actually making magic items. But artificers exist. Oh, alright, we're gonna complain a little bit before I talk about my homebrew. As an example of the utter atrocious disservice that have been done to artificers. So, by default, in the 5th edition version of Artificers, I'm not sure how people actually want me to pronounce it. I just kind of like picked one of the 3 ways. Anyways, you get a couple infusions, which allow you to make magic items, but most of the magic items only last as long as you can basically keep using the infusion every day, and only a handful of magic items, which you are just flat out magic item creation, give you permanent magic items, which still take up your daily slot on the day you make them. But it does mean that you can do something like buy a backpack and turn it into a bag of holding, and then the next day buy another backpack and turn it into a bag of holding and sell it, and go on that on repeat. It's not a great system, but there certainly could be worse systems. They took that away. Now, all magic items must be sustained by your infusions constantly. And you can make less of them. And there's less of them. You need to be constantly burning infusion slots. In D&D 2024, the new one. You must constantly burn infusion slots. And you no permanent items. They just go away if you don't use them. Got a whole gold bar out of that. Holy crap. Where'd that come from? And you can make less of them. Like, the only good thing they did... Okay, there's 2 good things that they did for Artificers. One is they made Create Homunculus, the Artificer Create Homunculus, a low-level spell instead of an infusion. I can agree with this, because it's basically Find Familiar. So why isn't it a spell anyways? And 2, the Dreadnought armor. It's kind of neat that you can make a mini mecha, okay? I can be okay with making mini mechas. I am more than okay with making mini mechas, even though it's still basically just mechanically, it still is just, I cast the enlarge spell and automatically have a weapon for it that I could have just made anyways. So it's not like it's a phenomenal bonus, it's just, you know, a bonus that exists. Which, I'm gonna say the dreaded words, it could be worse. But yeah, the Alchemist, which was already a very wimpy class, subclass, got some of the okay-ish abilities taken away, and had them traded for abilities that are just bad. Ooh, Mega Bomb! Yes, please. It's depressing the way they treat artificers. Good humor again. Still plenty to do, like run the greenhouse, which I forgot to check. So yeah, that's also part of the reason, besides just the cool factor, why I decided to do the Necromaton. Because I wanted to make an ability, a subclass for Artificers that's really good and fits it, and gives it options and powers. And again, I just liked the Necromaton concept that Pointy Hat came up with. But like I said, it's I'm not allowed to make money off of that, and I don't know that Hasbro / WotC would even be happy with it because it's giving Artificer something. So yeah, ramble. Is that purple? Anyways, but we're gonna move away from that now. Because the next thing that we have to talk about I know you're down here somewhere. Aha! Is going to be a mix of things. I need to save the eggs for Gus. So, how did I get in here? Anyways. Sorry, just my brain's completely fuzzed out there. Which, I mean, what else is new? So, there's gonna be some lore to go with what I've come up with here. Because what I've come up with is a sort of it's a whole monster class / race option / subclass. So it's a whole thing. I need to remember to put the bucket away. And they center around what is nominally a beehive-themed setup. But it's not meant to be like actual bees, but more like a creature mimicking bees. Let me think what I'm doing. Okay, so it's Thursday. We bought the thing. I've got a ton of iron. I actually think it's worth going down for copper now. Alright, have a good night, Hoovy. It's meant to be more like they're hives, but it's a creature pretending to be themed after that, and a much more eldritch thing, which kind of makes sense given the fact that we are talking about warlock things.
Up to No Good says hi to say hi to Linus while there, as he is good peoples.
We'll go say hi to Linus, because he is indeed good peoples. Actually, I'm not sure where Linus is, though, so that could be a problem. Also, thank you for using the cards. That's the other thing, is with the way Twitch is, and the fact that Streamloot still refuses to talk to me anymore. No, not Streamloot. Stream Element still refuses to talk to me anymore. Streamloots and Tangia are my only options. I don't know where Linus is. Where was I? We're gonna need to do town things shortly anyways. Bees! The bees! They are, like I said, they are not technically, they are themed after bees and even have honey, but they are not truly bees. Like I said, the intended lore behind them is that whatever they are, they're probably more spider-like pretending to be bees. They are definitely more ominous than they let on, because it's being benevolent as a show of benevolence, not because they're actually benevolent. If that makes sense. And it's the race is another reborn race. You can be turned into them. There's also going to be their own critters that are part of the hive, though you don't play as them. And the reborn race gives you a couple options for gifts of the hive. As well, but it does come with some cost, because it does actually give you a little extra power, relatively speaking, when compared to your average race. Obviously the elves are just overpowered anyways, so it's not a great comparison, but it is there. You are required to consume every day at least one full meal, or 1 unit / serving, whatever you want to call it, of a type of elixir that the hive makes. Any type of elixir that the hive makes. And the intent behind this is that this makes you dependent on the queen and the hive. Now, there are multiple ways to gain access to this without needing to have the queen with you, but at its base, you know, that is a thing. And you can use the elixirs that they have here to turn other people into the reborn race with the same hangers. Again, the idea being that this is a primary means of how they spread, is recruiting other species, basically, to the hive. And, again, a primary means of how they control you by making you physically dependent on the hive. You start having your maximum HP reduced and and then take levels in exhaustion if you do not have if you do not consume this honey. So they don't make babies. They turn adults, so need to be seen as you want to do this. Yeah. There is a setup for sneaking, basically, them into... Kind of like how cruise ship marketing goes. Okay. Not where I thought that was going, but sure. And so, these are going to be another race that does give you an option. For one of the possible gifts of the Hive, not even up to, understands up to's thought sometimes, clearly, that will give another option for a second set of arms, which besides just, you know, the insectoid theme of extra arms, will give you a wall climb / ceiling climb ability that's the same as your regular speed, because you're nominally insectoid-ish. You can also get a set of bee wings for flight speed. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure there was a third gift, but I can't remember what it is. There is also a racial ability called Honeymancer, which allows you to produce a little bit of this honey, as well as improves your ability to store it. Everyone can store some of it. It improves your ability to store it, and gives you an ability that is like a nerfed version of what is kind of the theme of the Warlock subclass, which is not only do you make some of the base honey, that is what members of the species need to eat, and as a Honeymancer, you can make enough for multiple people each day. It's tied to your proficiency, if I remember correctly. So unless you're level... Actually, I think even at level 1 you got at least 2 proficiency, right? Maybe? I don't know. Anyways, even if not, it doesn't take very long. An albacore frenzy has begun at the beach. What? Do I need to be fleeing to the beach real quick? Screw it. I've gotten a lot of copper, and I don't know what that is. Yep, you start at 2 proficiency. That's what I thought. But so yeah, you're always making at least enough for yourself and one other person. And there are advantages to this honey. It never spoils, as food does, and even when someone uses powers or curses that rot honey, it has... I think we already missed it. It has a chance to resist that. So as just general food goes, the honey is a very, very good thing to have around. It does come with the risk of if you eat too much, you become one of these, you know, a member of the hive, and are now dependent on it, but... And then, like I said, as a Honeymancer, you could also get a couple points, like it's 1 point a day, that you can use to create a more advanced hive elixir that will have one of a couple powers. The base one heals. You can get some attack bonuses and defense bonuses and a couple other powers. but these elixirs do not store for very long. As a member of the species, you can store them for a little bit. Otherwise, they just disappear after 24 hours if they're sitting in a jar somewhere, short of any other preserving methods. But you do get these options. So, I think that's nifty. Ooh, I've got rice. Ancient seeds, okay. But yeah, like I said, you get some ability to create these these powers slowly, and you can store a couple points of this so that you, even though you do not have the Warlock subclass, you can at least have some ability to make more than just the single point ones, because it's 1 point a day for a Honeymancer. For a comparison, the actual subclass for this creates a number of points equal to your Warlock level per day. And has access to a wider range of powers at the different levels. Which I guess we get into the Warlock, which technically does not require the Reborn race. So the Reborn race definitely synergizes with. And your primary benefits are indeed just having access to more of these. I think I miscalculated and should have done more iron. Oops. To more of these powers. And that's really what the Warlock subclass is geared around. You can create more of these. You have the ability to store more of these. And you just have this wide variety of power. What is going on? Something outside again. There are multiple people outside with dogs talking to each other, and the ill-behaved dogs nearby don't like it. Alright. Now, there are some other... it's going to be clear and sunny tomorrow. Perfect weather for the Spirit's Eve. That will be what we do next time, because I think this will be our last day of Stardew for tonight. Event will take place, right? Spirit's Eve is what we wanted. Spirits don't like me, so I can get other stuff done today. Thank you for the reminder, Lewis. Anyways. Where was I? In these powers, the elixirs again contain healing abilities. They can give people the ability to fly temporarily. They can enhance your attack and defense. They can give you ranged attacks. At higher levels, they can be used to just sort of enforce a transformation into a member of the Hive. You can also use them to turn someone into a thrall. Now, you can only have one thrall at a time, but you can, you know, a lot of the Warlock powers already give you the ability to sort of take over other people. So this is just another one. these are big. Children long for the thraldom. It does have also invocations that basically, if you become a member of invocations that let you basically mimic being a hive, a member of the hive, or you can take the reborn race. I mean, you can literally do that to yourself. And then... Nope. Not yet. Actually, no. I need... Yeah, I can do this now. So you can do that in order to take one of the abilities, for example, and then use the invocations to fill in other abilities that you want. There's a custom familiar option. Which is a slime. A honey slime. Alright, where's the other duck? I think I got both the ducks. Anyways, a custom slime, like other Warlock familiars, it can attack. It also creates a little bit of this elixir for you. Elixir honey, you know what I mean. And it can... Well, it can help you. It can manipulate some simple object, well, like other... familiars. Really, the big thing that it can do that separates it, besides its ability to work with the elixirs, is that it can, Please hold still. I am begging you. There is one of you that I need. Okay. I had the wrong one. That's on me. Yeah, eventually pulls it. Which is that the slime can integrate with you and use its powers integrated to you. Which includes its pseudopod tendrils. Because it's unlike a lot of other familiars, it is really an extension of the hive more than it is an actual... Me and this stupid bucket, man. It's more of an extension of the hive than an actual traditional familiar. So it's not going to be too bothered about functioning more as a piece of you than as an independent critter. Though note, as an extension of the hive, it can and will act on the Queen's orders, not just yours. Bok choy, tomato, shrimp, rice shoots, spaghetti, salad, complete breakfast, bait, copper ore, caviar, monarch coffee. I don't think there's a worth it for any of the rest of this. Maybe the breakfast for a big harvest day. Slime, your survival is secondary to the hive survival. Keep this in mind. Pretty much. Gee, thanks. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste money on the rest of this. Let me see, where was it? One of the invocations is the Honey Megamorph, which turns you into a big slime blob yourself. Something that should be noted that is part of this and is particularly relevant to the Megamorph. One moment. The power, it grows! You found a star drop. It's strange, but the taste reminds you of cake. Anyways, drugs, man. Something important is especially to the subclass, is the ability to create and store elixirs. Honey, whatever you want to call it. Elixir was kind of the filler name for a while there. Ability to store honey. I forgot to save the eggs, didn't I? Oh. And this does become a balancing act. Because you do start to have some negative effects to having too much on you. In you. But at the same time, that's a lot of power. Because this can be used among other things to craft spell slots. Not just for yourself either. But you also need a lot of it to burn on the Megamorph ability. I forgot my boxes. Which is basically a super-powered I smash everything type form for when you really need to win a fight. I think that's everything. Yeah, the elixirs, the dependency, and the volume are definitely a thing. Could you please give me good stuff? It's like Twitch and DLive aren't reposting to each other. Again? Right, because I'm getting both, but then I look up at DLive. Ah! Well, I tried to fix it. Escargot, really? And just 2 more boxes, sure. I don't want wallpaper. Ooh. Free golden pumpkin. Alright, do you have anything... Do I have anything good for you? Yeah, I fixed it for a while at least. Screw you. I will check it again when I... during the break. But yeah, it is... It is a subclass and race and monster category, I guess, that I don't know. I had an idea and ran with it. I actually got the idea from a dumb little free itch.io game. And ran with it. And yeah, the hives are run by a hive queen, obviously. And who does have her own little species that she controls, but they're not at... Hi, Linus. We're supposed to say hi to you. Oh. Own little species and critters who guard the hide and do her bidding, but that's not enough. So part of the goal is converting more people, which most likely you will be expected to help with in exchange for various boons. When do we get to rob the train? That's a good question. I may be getting in trouble here. Wait, that's food. That's like actual useful. Alright, the sail. Of course I can't dump the wallpaper. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I don't screw things up as I go. Sure. Yeah, this is definitely another species slash subclass that a lot of DMs are going to hate because as bees, there's going to be a lot of flying availability. A lot of climbing ability. Like I said, a lot of you can spec and focus towards being able to build more spell slots for yourself. Now there are some definite limits to the spell slots that you can create in the number. You're going to have almost no ability if you're just a member of the race with the Honeymancer. The Warlock subclass has a little bit more options, which they're a Warlock, I would hope so. Especially with how screwed over Warlocks are with spells anyways. And you could definitely... There's a lot of being able to focus on different things or work together with these where, thanks to the way the honeys work, it will synergize very well as a support class. Obviously, giving yourself more spells as a warlock, but also the wizard slash sorcerer slash bard slash, well, pick a caster class. Being able to buff your melee people with a little bit extra armor or attack power. Being able to take people who are nominally melee focused and give them a ranged option, or reverse, taking people who are ranged focus and give them a melee option. You know, I really like red mage style play where you get a little bit of everything, and I think this does a pretty good job of giving you that little bit of everything. You get some magic out of it, you get some melee, you get some range, you get some defense, so you can do some tanking. You can do some of it for yourself, but like I said, you can say, I'm at this, even with the honey, or I can create an elixir. I keep wanting to say elixir. I can give some honey, some AC boosting honey and some resistance boosting honey to the party tank. What just happened? And let them go to town. You know, stuff like that. And like I said, you're not going to compete with any real healing class. You're probably not even going to compete with someone who has the healer feat. But you are going to be able to do some healing. I think that settles it for today. Help me remember that when we wake up that it is Pumpkin Day. Alright. Ooh, Rain Totem. Those are good. Well. Oh, did I miss a lemon? Thank you very much for the lemon. Sorry. Yeah, it's just intended to be a good all-rounder. Throwing in some different mechanics to change things up for you. That kind of stuff. Alright, we are not going to actually play this day. I'm just going to have a quick look around. But it is Pumpkin Day. Oh, we've got wine. Yeah, and I'm gonna upload, I've got a bunch of new pictures to go with them. To show off some of the looking things, so that should be uploaded relatively soon. But yeah, the hives. I kind of petered out there. I thought I had more to talk about, and then I didn't. I will be right back, take a short break, and we will switch to Palworld. See you guys shortly. Okay, I return. Sorry about that. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follows. Welcome. Much appreciated. Sorry about that. Twitch and D-Live. Well, Twitch and D-Live show fine here, so if they're not working, I apologize. This is why I multi-stream. Alright. So, I think I'm actually going to pull up the pages to see if I missed anything on the bees, because I could have sworn I had more to talk about. Hive Queen Patron. Okay. There we go. Game, please. Don't do this. Game, thank you. Okay, so let's just actually read out the pages. Get this done. The Reborn is just the standard ability score change. Common in one other language that you agree is appropriate. You are humanoid. Smaller medium. Speed 30. I didn't do a lot while we were waiting, but I did do some. Particularly when ammo is concerned. Try to get us more functional. But I didn't get as much done as I wanted, so there's definitely work to do. And supplies to gather. You have the usual Reborn's Ancestral Legacy. There's the hunger limitation, which requires you to consume honey every day. Honeymancer has the advantage of also allowing you to need to do it every other day. And it stacks. All of Honeymancer's bonuses stack. So you can turn around and have it be, you know, keep taking it as a feature and have it be longer and longer between the required honey meals. Right. I got the musket, makeshift assault rifle, the stone axe, and the grappling gun. And a ton of spheres. Last time we did this iron rig, what else do we have? There's an iron rig here, isn't there? I thought there was. Isn't there? I could have sworn there was a rig here. I'm gonna look in this direction. Let's see. You may store within your body up to your proficiency bonus of honey consumed ahead of time. That shadow gave me some very concerning chills. This basic honey lasts forever. The honey with powers lasts for 3 days instead of... Oh, is that an egg? Nope, that's not an egg. That's a penguin. Instead of the 1 day that they normally lasts. Here we go. Oh no, you do just get, okay, I was mistaken. The 3 gifts of the hive, which you pick one, are the wings, which you cannot use, which you can only use light armor with. I could have sworn I saw a rig here. Is there not a rig here? There does not appear to be a rig anywhere nearby. I'm gonna land to recharge the stamina. Treasure chest! Or the second set of arms, or the spider climb ability. Necromancy lets you produce number of base elixirs equal to your proficiency bonus, and 1 creation point for creating other elixirs. Your feet can stack, though. Right, it does not give you additional storage. I was wrong. I think I only ever wandered over here once, and I do not remember what the level is. So I'm probably going to get murked immediately. Hmm. I can't see what that is. Oh, that's the sea dragon. Before I do anything here, I'd like to have a good look around. Just to be safe. Really? Yeah. Okay, that's it. Screw it. I miss when it was only if you were touching the ground. Advantage of the musket. is its high damage, slow rate of fire. Saves me tons of ammo. I don't think I ever got you. This ring is amazing. Because the other threat is, of course, also, oh no, I might accidentally kill what I'm trying to capture. But the ring ensures that as long as one of my pals isn't doing the attacking, don't have to worry about accidentally killing it. So having a high damage musket, as long as I hit the target, is really useful. I think I figured out what's going on with these. Yeah, because I'm holding control to go down. And then Q and W and E are buttons for my camera as well as for this game. Yeah, I'll show you the spoils in a sec. These guys are really resistant to bullets. I really don't want to switch to the AK because of how quickly it'll burn through ammo. The AK is for emergencies, basically. I gotta change what my buttons are. Get in the ball. Well, didn't get what I wanted, but good enough. So now that I'm not concentrating on if I'm going to get murked by angry people or not. The elixirs, which anyone can create if they have the ability to, include the healing elixir, one that adds a little bit of speed, one that adds 1 to your AC. Oh, by the way, and you cannot stack same elixirs. You can stack elixirs, but they have to all be different. 2 points, which you can create at level 3, include a bonus to your melee attack. a very slow flight. And ranged attack and your ability to create a single first level spell. Level 6, you can now make a second level spell, give elemental resistance, and gain a ranged explosive AoE attack. Level 10, once again, now you're up to level 3 spell. You gain as well as an AC and resist bonus. And then at 14, the only power I've come up with at the moment, I see a treasure chest. Not now, go away. Is a level 4 spell slot, which is at level 14 when you're playing around with level 7 spell slots. Oh, thank you for following! Very appreciated. You know what? I should actually look at my spoils. Sapphire's training manual to give pals XP. Better training manual for better pal XP. Does my game... Twitch, I actually remembered to change Twitch this time. Come on. Twitch doesn't like me. It doesn't save things. It yells at me for being in the wrong category all the time. It doesn't count my viewers correctly. Where was I? Training manual large. Ancient technical manual to give you ancient tech points. Another attack pendant. Cloth, flowers, venison, leather, horn, and slab fragments. Yeah, as a VTuber, I automatically have a beef with Twitch, and they automatically have a beef with me, so, eh. Is that a person down there? Oh, the reincarnated guy. His only power is to make pizza. The bounty guy's back, so we're just gonna get him real quick. I briefly thought I was gonna get away with that. The strict teacher is occasionally fair. Sometimes. Admittedly, there's a decent number of strict teachers that are not fair. Let's see. I do think that we're going to aim for getting a Lumeris while we're over here. Egg! If I can remember where I'm going. Alright, while I hold forward again, the expanded spell list for the Hive Queen Patron Warlock subclass includes Command, Tasha's Caustic Brew, Aid, Enlarge Reduce, Incite Greed, Slow, Polymorph, Windagast's Vault of Amber, Dominate Person, and Geese. Which I felt fit the theme of the Hive pretty well, all those. You do actually get the hunger status effect. I forgot about that. I mean, meager is also a word, but saying Twitch is helpful in that. Manager is also a word, but saying Twitch is helpful in that department is like saying Arby's is good. Twitch doesn't manage anything. Unless you're one of their favorites, you do not talk to a person ever. Right. Still can only store up to your proficiency bonus. I forgot about that. Indeed, very creepy. Though those do stack, meaning that if you are the Reborn race and a Warlock, you get twice your proficiency bonus. Though the fact that as the Warlock you create your level's worth of creation points certainly helps. I need to scroll down. Right. Wow, that's bright. You do get some heals / temporary HP for the honey that you consume. That's a nice bonus. And then, like I said, besides... Oh, come on, really? From what I heard, I may say a lot bad about YouTube, but at least they give you a time of day in streams. Yes, I did put the ring back on. Sometimes YouTube gives you the time of day. They're currently in an active process of trying to remove D&D tubers, and apparently they are also going after VTubers right now. You know what? I'm going to drop off before I... Oh wait, no, I need that ring. Excuse you. I mean, not ring, key. Thank you. Just run from chest to chest, hoping that it soaks up all of my random stuff. Not the greatest time to be a VTuber, yeah. Kick has a side problem of a lot of not great people deciding that that's where they want to be. Hold on. You have a place to be. And so there tends to be a lot of people who just don't want to interact with Kick to begin with. Because of the people that have poisoned opinions. Yeah. Mechanically, Kick should be a great place. It's just, it isn't. Don't get me wrong, I like it as a site, it's just, it's hard to actually have it be viable. Ooh. Alright, let's start with Lumineers. Yeah, I like Kick, it's just difficult. Rumble's doing a little bit better than Kick. Rumble's big problem is it doesn't do discovery well. Well, Kick doesn't do discovery well either. But yeah, Rumble's biggest problem as a platform is it doesn't do discovery. Rumble does at least have a monetization system going. Kick is still subsidizing from the gambling from the gambling sites that it was spun off of. Rumble has monetization, but the issue with Rumble is that people go to watch the person that they want to see on Rumble. They really don't stick around to check out other people afterwards. We're gonna shotgun shells, slider module, glass structure set, fine metal case. Ooh, double jump boots. I still don't have the sand. There's no point in making any of that. I don't have the sand. Wow, you're just gonna start off like that. And be very resistant. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you'd think so. Ow. Alright. Take some heat off of me. Ow. Please take some heat off of me. Don't kill it. Don't kill it. Come on, come on, come on. Heal. 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 Ah, thank you. Lunaris, not Lumaris. My bad. And it's a sadist. Great. Yeah, I need a special kind of sand is the problem. And I think I pretty much told you everything. It's just a couple other elixirs for the Hive Queen patron. The Thralls. There's 2 different versions. Yeah, I pretty much told you what the patrons do. Right, I gotta repair. Also gotta heal. I was almost concerned future play my eyes, but then I remembered party and arena exists. What? Are these new things that I need to check out? Do I need to look into more multi-streaming? I'm sorry, my energy just kind of like fell off a cliff. There are ancient tech points here somewhere. There we are. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I just... energy gone. Hold on, why is there an X? Egg hatched. Gazzy. Go sell things. Thinking about some stuff. Just a lot of people seem to be going through it. Oh, suddenly feeling tired. That's getting a little concerning. if we're talking about it as a group thing. Yeah, this is where I bought the Ring of Mercy. An aggressive cow. Goody. Just what everyone needs. Ooh. You look like a bounty target. Something that I found with the, when I was looking up other stuff that's interesting on the D&D side is, alter self, which is very relevant to the bees. And one other, well, a couple other potential things, but we're going to focus on it with the bees for the moment as example since we were talking about them. So, ooh, well, you're back. Okay, I'll just get your token again. You are not a big threat. Could you drop course ammo, please? Anyways, so obviously the bees can give you wings and an extra set of arms. And with disguise self, you know, you can hide that, but you're still you. It's just an illusion. There is no change. Alter self is interesting in that it does physically change you, but it talks about limitations and and that you cannot have, like, it must follow your same body configurations, yada yada. As it turns out, that is not strictly speaking true. You only have the abilities of your actual body, minus the things that Alter Self specifically does. But you can hide or create other things. For example, wings. You can actually... Dine and Dasher? Really? As I sit here and line up a sniper shot? Dine and Dasher? Wow. That's different. He was only level 10, but still. He's a Dine and Dasher, and the bounty is to just... Please. Thank you. The bounty is walk up and snipe this guy. But yeah, you can hide wings. Heck, you can create wings. You just can't use them. If you're an orc and you want to say, hey, I want to pretend, I want to look like an Aarakocra, sure. Alter Self can do that, you just can't fly. Getting knocked with a musket as a boss is great. It is. Just a bit. I mean, I don't need... Well, it's a boss, though, so I'm going to go for the Univolts. And that can affect size and stuff too, with the only requirement on Alter Self being you must be in the same size category as you were. So if you're a medium creature, you're still going to have to be a medium creature. But there's a lot of leeway in that. A lot of leeway in there. So things can get pretty interesting with Alter Self when you realize that it focuses on capabilities, not physical traits. Again, so the bees, which have wings and potentially a second set of arms, can hide those and just look normal human. Instead of just hiding the fact that they have a transparent honey-colored midriff. Discovers bamboo grove at 2,000 feet. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, this is not. Oh, it's the Bushi. Okay, well, we can do the Bushi. We can also do the Van Bam as well. Come along. So much for the sniper module. Yeah, very glad for the Lift Monk statue fix. I should be able to do the Bushi. Watch me completely screw this up now. Ow. Take some heat off me, please. I did not want to risk the bird. You take some heat off me, please. Why me? He has done so much more damage to you than I have. Okay. Bushy gut. Giant pineapple bear, save me. So yeah, just you can have some fun with Altered Self. And abilities that are like you count as one size larger or smaller. Because you count as the size, but you aren't the size. Mechanically speaking. Oh, there's the Univolt. Yeah, of course you're just gonna immediately attack me. Why wouldn't you? Ah. Sitting here trying to be conservative with my ammo. Screw it. Switching to the AK. I almost think the submachine gun's better in spite the horrible ammo usage. Nope. Oh, the Gumas is helping me! Ow. It's really funny that this thing made a Gumas mad and it's helping me. Alright, Gumas, you are a big help. You are going to come with me. It's really funny that a little level 2 Gumas was helping me in the boss fight. You're a big help, you're mine now. I mean, think about it this way. Food, a warm place to sleep, medicine if sick. Seeing as how I'm not one of the Palworld players that runs a slave camp, I think the Gumas is doing pretty good for itself for a little level 2. I remembered to get the keys. Yes. Now we're going after a boss Gumas this time. Wrong button. Which is here somewhere. There it is. Oh, you're just level 11. There is no reason to bring out another POW and risk it. Sorry, big guy. Captured your kid, now I'm taking you. Pretty much! Alright. Where does that lead? Ooh! Hold on. There are things I didn't get. Gonna have to fix that. I see another lip monk as well. I see an egg as well. Thank you. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think that the submachine gun is better than the assault rifle in spite the worse ammo usage. It feels like the assault rifle is just a little bit too... I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining it, but it feels like the assault rifle just has less punch in spite doing more damage. Ooh, Breton Cherry! Want. And it's ferocious. Woolly Pops! Need some Woolly Pops. I'm so fast the other one doesn't even know what happened. No, I'm full! Don't do that! Please? Thank you. Discarding seeds. Because I have plenty of those. Yeah, Brown Cherry also just has a good design. Hold on, what? What? Where? Aha! Supply drop. And immediately Syndicate is here. Ah! Room! I thought I saw... There we are. Ah! I guess I have an infinite supply of leather. I can put the ring back on. You're right. Thank you. Yeah, the pendants I can just sell for money. Which I should really do. Because you can only use one pendant at a time now, I think. So, might as well do that. Big dark egg, thank you. And just frantically run around trying to store stuff again. Okay, eggs can go in the egg crate. I meant to make more metal containers and sort this stuff, and then I just didn't make the time to actually do it. What do we have left? Money, 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 fruit, schematics. Medical supplies. Money. Money. Alright, let's throw this stuff here for now. You know what? I bet I could actually sell... I could just sell my weapons and stuff that I'm not using too. Why don't I do that? That seems like it's smarter. If I can remember where I put them. Part of the problem I have as well, though, is that the pals will stick this stuff everywhere else. Like, instead of just putting things in a chest nearby, they will just put it in random chests because they can. Alright, I'm going to keep the composite bow. I'm going to keep the submachine gun. I'm going to keep all my ammo. Yeah, see, that does less... The assault rifle does 170, but it has 15 ammo. This does 100, but it has 24 ammo. Maybe I'm just imagining it, but that... I don't know. Money! Oh, I can put the assault rifle ammo away because I do not need that. Yeah, my energy just said. Gone. Okie dokie, that takes care of that. I have all my different items and supply. I could probably do better to figure more of this out. Is there anything else I can sell? Just for some quick cash and item freeing up. I will try to actually organize my chests for next time. See, they just put the stuff everywhere. Oh, I could sell these. Here's the thing. I even have a lot of these chests, like, marked for certain supplies. And they're just like, nah. This is a convenient box to put stuff in. So that's where I'm gonna put the stuff. And half the time it's like half the way across the base from where they were. Still love how over it Lavander is while mine. Yeah! Lavander's like, this is not what I thought I would be doing with the human. Lavander definitely thought she'd be doing something different when she was captured by a human. I need some sulfur and or coal. So we're just going to do this. And I do have a mod on so that we don't get that hard to see in orange glow. Who's attacking me? You're attacking me. You know what? I'm just going to leave this off and... Oh, wrong weapon. This isn't what I thought when he meant by using me to grind. Yeah, I know why they make the I'm gonna get some sulfur before I go for another coal unit. I know why they went with the orangish glow for the hip lamp. It is still really hard to see with it, to where even though this does create a fair amount of glare, I think this is better than the default hip lamp. Every time I think of these monsters, Lavander, the other ones, I think of that stupid Dragon Vaporeon copy pasta. Like, oh no. hate that it makes sense to. This was the last entrance here, I believe. Using this for the wider camera. Yeah. There's not going to be any sulfur in here, is there? Okay, that's the end. So, yeah, there's a copy pasta, for those who don't know, that is very much about, Vaporeon and humans. Compatibility. Concerns. Also, I believe it's Bread and Butter did a video of this that probably makes it about the least cursed it's going to get. I think it was Bread and Butter. There is a version of it that instead of Vaporeon is basically humans from the perspective of other magical creatures, namely dragons. What? Hey, Swimming Link! It's been forever! Hi! It has been forever! How you been? Also, thank you for the raid! Doing tired. Everyone's doing tired. Well, you came in just as I was talking about cursed. What were you playing? What were you doing? How's your streaming night been going? Okay, still got the rock commit. Okay, then I think that's the only sulfur in here. Just gonna have to get some more coal. Started on lockdown protocol. And on Lethal Company. Oh, doing a... Fun. I've watched a decent amount of that. I have not actually played much of either of those. I've not actually played either of those. It's not much. I've not played either of those. But they look fun. Hello. Uh-oh. Too much coal! Too much coal! No, Santa, don't do this to me! Just gonna play the min-max storage game. Oh, bad guys. Oh, there is more sulfur there. I think... I'm gonna stick with the coal. Since I need both. Next time we'll focus on more sulfur. I think I need some FUAX, so I am gonna put the ring back on. So it's super late, Swimming Link, but before you go, I hope you had a good holiday season. Yeah, that's how long it's been, I'm sorry. Season is good. Okay. Here we go again. Money. 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 Tech points. Just barely sneak it through here. It's like, drop it to the water, over encumbered, immediately sink to the bottom. Huh. Really? There we go. Another Tombat. I'd like to get some new stuff, please. New stuff would be appreciated. Like I said, I will definitely work on organizing this for next time. Because I'm sure everyone's having OCD panic attacks. I know I am. I still love that Chillet running the refrigerator is just Chillet sitting here curled up. Ah. I have a ton of high quality pal oil, which is such a new thing for me. Adorable, much like everything Chillet does. True. For those unaware, big Chillet fans over here. Ammo. Yeah, that should get me to what? That gets me to what? 200 more rounds. Oh wait, I can make more charcoal. I don't need to care about. I actually have cement for once. Can do something about this. Be very careful about overextending on that though. I should have done that first. Nope, I don't want to waste my meteorite fragments on that. Oh, I've been forgetting to do something really important. Fox Sparks, come back. We need to leave. Are you guys alive? Do you have food? You have food, good. Okay. And a ton of ore. The only thing I need to do is remember to collect my supplies and to keep these guys fed. There's nothing else currently set up in the camp. But it doesn't make it any less awkward that I completely forgot I have another camp that needs to be fed. And has the all-important ore. Which I now have a metric ton of. Let's see. Problem is, I'm pretty sure that takes bullets. That definitely takes rifle ammo. Technically, the single-shot rifle also takes rifle ammo. I don't want to waste refined ingots on that just yet. Yeah, the best schematic I have is for the single-shot rifle. Which is going to be really powerful. But the ammo trade-off just isn't worth it. Bullets! Alright. Let's get the boss water dragon. Oh, thank you for the lemon blue kitty. Syndicate thugs, eh? Like, hey, wait a minute, my friend's dead. Thank you. I need pals, and I need the levels that they come with. Why is there a piece of sulfur just out here in the middle of the... Sure. We'll mine this when we're done. Alright, switching to the AK. Am I gonna catch it with a... Okay. I didn't mean to use the basic ball, but sure. Also, I'm like not using the grappling hook at all. Really? The grappling hook is very useful. It's just, did they add these here? I do not remember the sulfur being here when I played, which was quite some time ago, admittedly. That is not sulfur. Lift monk! Mm-hmm. Okay, that's money. Oh wait, this doesn't expire. Where are we putting cloth? I think it's over here. It is. Ah. Sure. I really need to properly organize my base. And finish setting up the other base. I do periodically give them pets at least. I remember to do that. You have ore that you still need to mine, you know. Well, I'm not going to worry about it for a while. I'm certainly backed up on producing. I think we're probably going to call it a little bit early. Like I said, my energy just fell off a cliff. I am tired. Gonna give the Rocky Egg a chance to hatch at least. I don't think I have any announcements. Theoretically, I will not be able to stream tomorrow like I did last week. So it'll just be a Friday, Sunday stream. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think I have any other announcements. What is the single shot rifle damage actually at? I need more polymers. 1870. I wonder if they picked that number specifically for a reason. Yeah, it is a Martini Henry. You hate British people. Oh, the Martini Henry is the only good thing they ever made. All right. That's more like it. And to hang you. I don't know if that was worth that particular quality of egg. With that, I think I'm going to wrap it. It's only a couple minutes early, but I am tired and I don't want to take off for another journey. So, I'm going to thank you all for hanging out. Welcome, Raiders, again. Hold on. Hold on, what am I holding on to? I'm holding on to something. What am I holding on to? Two more minutes in that. Fine, we'll give the damp egg a chance to hatch. But we're just kind of going to be watching the pals do their thing, because I honestly do not have more things to talk about. Oh, come on! That's the pose? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need to clean this place up. Set up more iron refineries. Just like how depressed it looks like they've drowned in the pool. Alright. Fine. Another celery. Steel guns, iron pals. I could probably afford to at least replace this furnace with another better one. So I think the mountain base is going to be the iron. I'm going to put the rock base and the grinder there. So convert the mining and the smelting to over there. This will probably remain the woods and the food and the crafting area. That way the only thing I need to move over to there is food. The only things I need to bring back are ingots, stone, palladium, and charcoal. You know, that way I'm not dealing with a whole lot of resources moving from place to place. Ah! Why do you have a fracture? Medicine! Box, no! No! Please relax. See? Another hang you from the lowest level one. Where did Foxsparks go? I tried to... Oh... Alright, I don't know what to do with Foxsparks. That is it. One last thank you, and I hope you all have a great weekend. Be safe. Take care, and I will see y'all next time.